Welcome back to ChillSpill. Tonight, we dive into the terrifying story of Blackwood Manor, a mansion that has haunted the town for centuries. It stands abandoned, but the whispers of the past still echo through its rotting halls. There are things within that defy explanation, things so dark and ancient they should never be uncovered. Yet people still try. Some return, their minds shattered, while others, well, they never return at all. What lies behind the iron gates of Blackwood Manor? Is it just an old forgotten home or something far more sinister? Tonight, we'll uncover the hidden secrets of this place. But before we do, make sure you're subscribed and turn on your notifications, because you won't want to miss what comes next. The story of Blackwood Manor begins with the Blackwood family, who were once one of the wealthiest and most influential families in the region. In the year 1803, they constructed Blackwood Manor, a majestic home that reflected their status. But beneath the grandeur of the estate lay a dark legacy that few knew about, a legacy that would soon come back to haunt them. The patriarch of the family, Jonathan Blackwood, was rumored to be involved in dark dealings, occult rituals, and forbidden knowledge hidden away from prying eyes. His obsession with immortality and power led him down a twisted path. But it wasn't until the birth of his son, Thomas Blackwood, that things truly began to unravel. As Thomas grew older, he started to uncover disturbing truths about his family's past. It's said that he found his father's hidden journal, filled with cryptic and horrifying writings. Some of the entries spoke of summoning rituals, and others hinted at a dark pact made with a demonic entity. And then, there were the drawings, depictions of strange symbols and horrific creatures, some of which resembled the very shadows that haunted the manor. But the most chilling discovery came one evening when Thomas heard a voice calling his name from the walls, a whisper so faint, yet undeniably real. He was just a child at the time, but he could feel something watching him, following his every move. On a stormy night in 1823, Thomas Blackwood disappeared. No one knew where he went. His family searched the entire estate for days, even bringing in local search parties. Yet, there were no signs of him. No footprints, no evidence of a struggle. The only thing they found was a strange pattern carved into the floorboards of his bedroom, leading to the walls. Whispers in the town spoke of strange sounds coming from the manor during that time. Sounds like chanting or the howling wind. But what frightened the townspeople the most were the rumors. They said that Thomas was seen in the windows of Blackwood Manor, staring out at the world in a trance-like state. Some claimed he was no longer himself, but something else entirely. Following Thomas's disappearance, a curse fell over Blackwood Manor. The once wealthy family began to unravel. Jonathan Blackwood, now aged and broken by grief, became obsessed with finding his son. But no matter how much he searched, the mansion's walls seemed to push him further away. The family fortune crumbled, and one by one, the Blackwood family vanished without a trace. Mother, father, and siblings alike. All that remained was the mansion, standing tall and ominous, as if it were alive and feeding off their loss. But as time went on, the rumors of the Blackwood family's dark pact began to resurface. The manor wasn't just haunted by the souls of the missing family, it was cursed. Those who tried to enter and uncover the truth never returned the same. Some were driven mad, others became recluses, and some simply vanished, as if the house had consumed them. Despite the warnings and the chilling reputation of Blackwood Manor, it wasn't long before paranormal investigators began to flock to the mansion, eager to uncover its secrets. One such group was led by Dr. Emily Turner, a renowned investigator of the supernatural. In 1997, Dr. Turner and her team entered Blackwood Manor, armed with state-of-the-art equipment, thermal cameras, EVP recorders, and motion sensors. The team set up their base camp inside the grand foyer, the air thick with tension. They began their investigation at dusk, and what they captured that night would send shockwaves through the world of paranormal research. Almost immediately, the temperature dropped by several degrees. Their equipment malfunctioned, and strange shadows seemed to move on their own. They heard whispers, unintelligible words calling their names, and the sound of footsteps following them down the empty hallways. As Dr. Turner and her team descended into the basement, their flashlights flickered and buzzed. The air was thick with an unnatural presence, as if the very walls of the manor were alive and breathing. The floor creaked beneath their feet as they stepped further into the darkness. In the corner of the basement, hidden behind old crates, they discovered a door that had been sealed shut. Using a crowbar, they pried it open and found a small secret chamber. Inside, they were shocked to find dozens of old yellowed photographs, relics of the Blackwood family's past. But what caught their attention was something far more sinister. A wall lined with dozens of strange symbols, etched into the stone with what appeared to be blood. Then, they found it. An ancient dusty book, bound in leather. When Dr. Turner opened it, she was confronted with the same symbols they had seen on the wall. As her fingers traced the pages, she felt a cold hand grip her shoulder from behind. When she turned, there was no one there. But the temperature had dropped to freezing levels, and the whispers around them grew louder. The cryptic language in the book began to make sense. As the investigators continued to search through the book, they realized something even more chilling. Thomas Blackwood, the missing heir, had not vanished. He had been chosen. The pact had been fulfilled through his sacrifice. He had become the vessel for the entity that haunted the mansion, bound to the house for all eternity. What the team didn't know was that this was not just a ghost. It was something far worse. A malevolent spirit that had been waiting, growing stronger with each passing year. And now, it was feeding on the souls of those who dared to enter the manor. The investigators run through the maze-like corridors of Blackwood Manor, trying to escape as the walls seem to shift and close in on them. The team realized too late that they had made a grave mistake. The house was alive, feeding on their fear. The walls shifted and the halls seemed to stretch on endlessly. What they thought was an exit turned into a dead end, and the oppressive presence grew stronger with each passing moment. Desperately, Dr. Turner and her remaining team members tried to escape, but one by one, they were consumed by the darkness. The mansion would not let them leave. They screamed for help, but no one could hear them. The mansion had claimed them, just as it had claimed the Blackwood family centuries ago. To this day, Blackwood Manor stands, an eerie testament to the power of an ancient curse. No one dares to enter, but the whispers still linger. The souls of those who entered seeking answers are trapped within, their spirits bound to the mansion, doomed to roam its halls for eternity. So if you ever find yourself near Blackwood Manor, turn away. Some things are better left undisturbed. Some places are better left forgotten. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this terrifying tale of Blackwood Manor, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more chilling stories. And remember, if you ever come across a dark mystery, it might be best to leave it unsolved. Stay safe, and until next time, keep your lights on, because you never know what might be lurking in the shadows.